Welcome to Soulful Jewish Living, Mindful Practices for Every Day, with me, Josh Feigelson. I'm grateful you're here, and I hope you benefit from our time together. 2 episodes ago, I took a little anonymous poll. I asked whether you use your phone while you're in the bathroom, or whether you were even listening to this podcast while sitting on the toilet. This week, I want to ask a different question. How often do you eat a meal while scrolling or watching something? Do you ever eat while you're listening to a podcast? Do you have something in your mouth right now? Continuing our series on daily rituals, this week we're moving on to the stuff that happens after we wake up, go to the bathroom, and get dressed. What comes next for many of us? Having breakfast, and more generally, eating food. Now, before we get into it, I want to say that eating can be a very sensitive subject, especially in our culture. Starting in media and advertising, but spilling over into friends and family, we get so many messages that tie our eating habits to our body image and desirability. We're bombarded with these images. Diet sodas, light beers, diet fads, eat fewer carbs, eat more protein, do intermittent fasting, and on and on. While some of these kinds of things might have roots in a genuine pursuit of health, they also often feel like they're coming with a lot of judgment. The implicit message is, if you're not eating just right and you don't look just a certain way as a result, then you're a failure. So buy this product and make yourself a success. The results of this can be devastating. Nearly 10% of Americans will suffer from an eating disorder in their lifetime. And if you're one of them, or if you find that your relationship with food is causing you a debilitating level of stress and anxiety, then I want to encourage you to find a mental health professional to help you. In a more everyday way, though, how we approach food might be our biggest ongoing opportunity to practice mindful awareness. Because, like all creatures, we have to eat. From the moment we're born and that umbilical cord is cut, we have to find food. And eating becomes one of our most basic drives. So as those advertising execs and Freud figured out a long time ago, how we approach eating is often deeply related to how we approach the rest of our lives. Now, I want to confess that I raised my hand at the beginning of the episode. I am so guilty of eating while distracted. When I was a kid, I would read the back of the cereal box or the latest issue of Sports Illustrated. Today, I am often scrolling through my social media feed or reading the news while having my lunch. And as a result, I often eat quickly, pretty unaware of what's going into my mouth and down my esophagus, into my stomach and the rest of my body, and ultimately out the other end. See last week's episode. All of which is to say, A, teacher, heal thyself, and B, I get it. The struggle is real. But Judaism offers us so many amazing practices to help us slow down and be more mindful and aware of what and how we're eating. Food is part of pretty much every event in Jewish life, of course. We have blessings to say before and after meals. Heck, we have a whole area of Jewish law and tradition, the rules of keeping kosher, that are about what we eat, how it's prepared, even what dishes it's cooked in and served on. Judaism takes food extremely seriously. More importantly, I think the Torah wants us to take food seriously too. Because how we eat is really about how we interact with the planet, with each other, and with ourselves. For our purposes today, though, I want to focus on a teaching that, at first glance, might not seem to be about food. It comes from the Mishnah, the central set of teachings of the ancient rabbis, and it's something that was said by Shimon ben Zoma, who lived in the land of Israel about 1,800 years ago. He said, "Who is wealthy? Someone who is happy with what they have." As you might expect, normally this is a teaching I might offer in a session about money. But I think what Ben Zoma is really talking about isn't money per se. No, I think he's talking about our appetites in general. In fact, I think he's talking about those advertising executives. Because if you want to get people to buy your product, then you have to make them feel not just that they want it, but that they need it. And that involves, on some level, making them unhappy with what they have. Not satisfied with your life? Buy this car, eat this food, drink this beer, take this pill, and you'll be happy. Which means we can spend a lot of our time being unhappy. Because we eat every day, how we eat can be a fantastic opportunity to reinforce good habits and to be happy with what we have. So here's a practice that can help the next time you're sitting down to eat. First of all, put away the phone. Okay, if you're listening to this, fine, but stop scrolling. Turn off the screen. Be still for a moment. Take a deep breath. And another. And one more. If it's comfortable for you, you can close your eyes. And now just gently scan your body. And maybe particularly pay attention to your belly. How does it feel? Empty? Hungry? What about your mouth? Are you getting excited to eat? Maybe a little saliva is forming at the thought of food. All natural feelings, the way our bodies are made. Just be here, present, right now. Not distracted, but here in this moment. And now, consider the food you're about to eat. Where did it come from? Who enabled it to be here? Probably a lot of people. Consider the earth that generated it, the soil, the water, the sun and air. You're about to put all that into your mouth to nourish your body. What an amazing gift. Finally, with all that awareness, you can say a blessing. It could be your own formulation. Thank you for this delicious food I'm about to enjoy and that will nourish my body. Or you could say a traditional blessing for eating a meal. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Blessed are you, life-giving force of the universe, who brings forth bread from the earth. Take a bite. Enjoy. Delight in this food and what it can do. Keep the phone away and just try to be present for the experience of eating. Try to do this at least once a day. See what it does for you, and let me know how it goes. Blessings for the journey. Know that I'm on it with you. Thank you for joining us for Soulful Jewish Living, Mindful Practices for Every Day, a production of Unpacked, a division of OpenDor Media, and the Institute for Jewish Spirituality. This episode was sponsored by Jonathan and Corey Califer and the Somerset Patriots, the Bridgewater, New Jersey-based AA affiliate of the New York Yankees. If you like this show, subscribe, give us 5 stars, and write us a review on Apple Podcasts. Check out Jewish Unpacked for everything Unpacked related, and subscribe to our other podcasts, and check out the Institute for Jewish Spirituality. Most importantly, be in touch about what you heard today, what you'd like to hear more about, or to dedicate an episode. Write to me at josh@jewishunpacked.com. This episode was hosted by me, Rabbi Josh Feigelson. Audio was edited by Rob Pera, and were produced by Rifki Stern. Thanks for joining us. Hi, everyone. You know, there is so much talk these days about anti-Semitism. So many people tell me how hard it is for them right now. If you're feeling that way, I want to tell you about a powerful course we're offering this fall at the Institute for Jewish Spirituality. It's called Wounds into Wisdom, Healing Intergenerational Jewish Trauma. And it's taught by one of the world experts in the subject, Dr. Tirza Firestone. Tirza is a clinical psychologist and a rabbi, and in this course, she'll help you understand how Jews have internalized anti-Semitism and, often without even knowing it, passed it on from generation to generation. And she'll give you tools to help you respond more mindfully. She's an amazing teacher, and this is such an important and timely topic. Wounds into Wisdom starts November 18th. Secure your spot and register today at jewishspirituality.org. That's jewishspirituality, all one word, .org. Thanks.